share the screen. Can you see this on the screen, lesson 8? Okay, lovely, good. De una salió, no lo puedo creer. Bien, good. Well, so it says, in this lesson, we're going to go over some elements of oral discourse that we have seen in previous lessons and that now need to be put in action in the final task. This task will require that you perform 2 connected activities on a video. For you to succeed in your performance, we're going to look at each of these activities in detail. The 2 parts of the videos are the following. So remember, you're supposed to include a video. The video shouldn't take more than 8 minutes, 10 at the most, but not very long, especially because that will be more than enough. And apart from that, because if you make it long, it gets really heavy and it's difficult to download it, okay? So this is important. What you could also do, bear in mind, what you could do is to make 2 videos. If it's too heavy, if they are too heavy for you, you could make maybe 2 consecutive videos, one activity 1 and the other activity 2, and load them together. Well, so in the first one, you're going to read an extract from a text in a loud voice. From the vignette, you're going to choose one of the vignettes from The House on Mango Street, from the ones on the list below. So you're going to read it through. In the second one, you're going to describe. Oh, esperen que alguien está entrando. Well, in the second one, you're going to describe some of the vowel sounds. Yes, we'll be devoting to vowels, diphthongs, triphthongs, and weak forms, not consonants, of course. The vowel sounds present in the extract. Yeah. So the first part, you'll have to choose an extract from the vignette from The House of Mango Street, an extract of a vignette from The House of Mango Street and read it out. Yes. So you have to choose not any vignette from only one out of the ones below. Okay. And then keep in mind the following. Some tips for you to succeed. A, always read the text silently first. Yes, you need to have read it, you need to have practiced it quite a lot. If possible, as I told you before, listen to the audio book on YouTube, that will help you too. And of course, be able to understand the meaning, to grasp the meaning. Well, you know, we've chosen this because you prepared this for the entrance course, so you have all read this, and this is useful because if it's something you don't understand, it's more difficult to feel it. But remember, these vignettes are full of intention, full of meaning. Sometimes they are ironic, sometimes they are very sad, sometimes they are always full of meaning and full of feeling. So you need to transmit that, okay? I'll be joining in. Yes, so this is important to bear in mind, okay? So what else? The intended meanings. Okay, so you have to be able to understand what the intended meanings we wish to communicate are, whether she's being sarcastic, whether she's talking about something really. There are some examples and moments which are really harrowing, terrible, so you need to understand in order to transmit that. Another thing which is important is to use pauses. Do not hurry when you read. Use pauses, okay? You need to attach the audience, me in this case. B, it is essential that you check the meaning and the pronunciation. Check meaning. You have to know what you're talking about to give what I told you before, and also pronunciation, yes? So check in the on internet or in a pronunciation dictionary how things are pronounced and stressed too. stress is very important too. What else? In the final exam, you won't have the chance to do that, but during the learning of the during all the learning process, which includes this task, you will, okay? Because you can prepare this in advance. So you are expected to use resources such as dictionaries and websites. So please check meanings and pronunciation. Very important. Bien. Next, C. Practice as much as you need to and submit the version you are sure is worth sharing. Remember, it's not compulsory. Compulsory es obligatorio, ¿sí? No es obligatorio, ¿sí? El que realmente está, o la que realmente está en condiciones, que se siente que pudo seguir todo el cuatrimestre, que siguió todo la materia en tiempo y forma, que siente que le sale bien las cosas, que está cómodo o cómoda, buenísimo. El que no, estos vieron que más en primer año hay que madurar la lengua, ¿sí? A veces se madura en un año, a veces hay que recursar, por eso hay varios recursantes o recursantes, sí, está bien. Bueno, cada uno tiene su tiempo. Hay gente que en un par de meses logra muchísimo, hay gente que le lleva más tiempo, pero sí, lo que sí es seguro es que este tipo de cosas no se logran en 2 semanas. No es como si yo estudio, no sé, mi lengua madre, no sé, historia o geografía, que digo, no me muevo de mi casa 10 días y bárbaro, y sí o sí, si estudio, con no moverme de mi casa no alcanza. Estudio 10 días a full y apruebo. Acá no es tan fácil en las materias de inglés, en el profesorado de inglés, en especial en primer año y hasta en segundo. A veces es un poco frustrante porque ustedes pueden practicar un montón y no van a lograr el éxito o ver la diferencia enseguida. ¿Lograrla? Sí la van a lograr. Avanzar se avanza, pero los tiempos de maduración de una lengua llevan a veces mucho más que 15 días, ¿sí? Entonces, por eso lo que sea siempre recuperatorio se toman a fin de año y no dentro de, supónganse, 10 días, porque necesitan, como no es su lengua madre, un proceso para seguir mejorando, con inversión a la lengua, con las clases, con seguir avanzando, no solo en esta materia, sino en todas las de inglés, ¿sí? Van avanzando, una ayuda a la otra, con una, por ahí, los ayuda para el esqueleto más de expresiones, de vocabulario, de gramática, esta los ayuda más para la pronunciación y el listening y el speaking, pero entre todas hacen un gran bagaje que ayuda a que vayan mejorando. Good. So, then, what else? So it says, so in your video you have to say, first you have to say hello, say your name, and say what vignette you're going to read. Yes, so, well, my name is such and such. I am going to work with vignette number blah, 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 called meme and, no me acuerdo cómo era, meme, now we'll see. Yeah, just say the name and read it. Once you finish, you'll pass on to activity 2, and that's why there I say you can cut it into 2 and make 2 videos. Bien. Say what vignette you're going to read and then read it, keeping in mind all the suggestions given above. Let's now see what the second part is about. In this part, you'll have to select a word present in your text and describe its vowels thoroughly. Miren qué palabra difícil, de cómo se escribe a cómo se pronuncia. Thoroughly means completely. Thoroughly. Okay, nada que ver. To do so, you must... Uy, me escribió alguien, me pidió... No. You must present... You must present the phonemic transcription of the word. So for this, you need a piece of paper with a marker. Be sure it's a marker, not a pencil, not a pen, because if not, I can't see anything, okay? So be sure to to use a thick marker, ¿sí? Un marcador gruesito, oscuro, sino no lápiz negro o amarillito, porque no voy a ver nada, una lapicera trazo fino, sino un marcador, una fibra, and you write it big, not small, because if not, I won't be able to see anything, okay? And you show it, and you put it up, and you show it to the camera, all right? So, present the phonemic transcription of the word, you have to choose one, now we'll talk about that. Choose the word and identify the vowel sounds in it. Include the information that describes the position of the different organs of speech for the production of that sound, and model it. Provide the typical spellings, give examples of more words that contain the same sound. Pick other words, choose, yeah, other words in the same text that use the same sound or a different one that you may wish to contrast. Okay, so all this is connected with Unit 2. Okay, so here are the vignettes you can choose from. You can choose from Hairs, Boys and Girls, Meme Ortiz, Those Who Don't, Darius and the Clouds, and Rafaela Who Drinks. Okay, today we are going to work with Minerva Writes Poems and Alicia and I talking. Okay, so you have to choose from the 6 above, not the ones I'm going to work with today or we. Okay, so only from the 6 above, from Hairs to Rafaela Who Drinks. Okay, and that's all. So let's go back.
Teacher, one question.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you say that we have to include information that describes the position of the different organs of speech,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And muzzle it, what do you mean by muzzling it?
Muzzling, I don't understand.
No, it says you have to muzzle it. What do you mean
Model. You mean model? Model. No sé, muscle, no entendí. A ver, you have to...
Yeah, it says
model.
You have to model it.
Model it, produce it, say it, okay? Yes. Show, yeah, modelarlo sería, okay? Show, that's the meaning, okay? And the organs of speech, suppose you choose the schwa, so well, you have to say, what are the parameters for the schwa? I mean, what's the horizontal tongue position? What's the vertical tongue position? What about jaw position? What about the lips? Are they neutral? Are they spread? Okay, and then which are the typical spellings for the schwa? Suppose you choose schwa. So, well, the schwa, you could say that it's the most current vowel sound in English, and you can find it in any spelling vowel, such as a, such as in. Siempre tienen que decir such as in, como en, por ejemplo, a, such as in ago. E, such as in red. And you, such as in the case of the schwa, okay? And then you need to find examples on the vignette you choose for schwa spellings, if you choose that, for example, okay? Melissa, do you understand what I mean? And then, of course, model it, say, and produce it, Red Bull, for example, ago, okay? Melissa, were you the one who asked me?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, so questions. Any other question? No? Well, good. Who has joined in after I finished the role? Tell me your names, please. A few people joined in. Candela Capucci, okay.
Yes, sorry, I was
Anybody else? Okay, don't worry. Who else?
Teacher, le dejo ahí.
Okay, anybody else?
Yes, Susana Duarte.
Duarte, okay. And somebody, Valiente, was it? Yes. Valiente.
Aguirre, Evelyn.
Okay, Evelyn Aguirre. Good. Well, so let's pass on to the vignettes. A ver. I have my Kindle here, but it takes time to find, you know, I have the electronic book. So it takes a bit more time to look for the vignettes than the ordinary book. No me termina, me cuesta encontrar las cosas acá. Está bueno porque no consume lugar, papel, pero bueno, a veces es difícil encontrar las cosas. So this is Minerva who writes poems. Okay, well, see if you have it so you can follow while I read it out, okay? Well, voy a dejar de compartir pantalla. Okay, good. Something important is to breathe when you're going to read, to relax. If you're very nervous, it's difficult to relax, to pause, to try to enjoy what you're going to read, okay? To get involved in it. So let's see. Minerva is only a little bit older than me, but already she has 2 kids and a husband who left. Her mother raised her kids alone, and it looks like her daughters will go that way too. Minerva cries because her luck is unlucky. Every night and every day, and prays. But when the kids are asleep, after she fed them their pancake dinner, she writes poems on little pieces of paper that she folds over and over and holds in her hands a long time. Little pieces of paper that smell like a dime. She lets me read her poems. I let her read mine. She's always sad, like a house on fire. Always something wrong. But she has many troubles. But the big one is her husband, who left her and keeps leaving. One day she's through and lets him know enough is enough. Out of the door he goes. Clothes, records, shoes. Out of the window and the door locked. But that night he comes back and sends a big rock through the window. Then he's sorry and she opens the door again. Same story. Next week she comes over black and blue and asks what she can do. Minerva, I don't know which way she'll go. There is nothing I can do. Wow, this is terrible, isn't it? This is a very sad piece. There are many things between the lines you can get, yeah? So violence and, well, oppression. Oof, it's terrible. Fine. So, of course, as this is a very special novel, yes, it needs to be paused, it needs to be grasped, the meaning. You can't say, la 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 la. Okay, so you need to slow down, you need to make pauses, and you need to, and it's good because the more pauses you make, the better quality of air you'll have, the more relaxed you'll be, and the better the production will be. Okay? Any commentary? No? Well, so let's see. I'm going to make some commentaries about this. Minerva is only a little bit older than me, but already she has 2 kids and a husband who left. Okay, this but, is it weak or strong form? But already she has 2 kids, blah, 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 blah. Is it weak or a strong form?
Strong.
Is it? It could be Minerva is only a little bit older than, oh, pardon. Minerva is only a little bit, perdón, me distraigo mucho. Es un momento del día, vieron que en la casa hay movimiento y me distraen los movimientos y esto necesita concentración. Bueno, Minerva is only a bit low. Me pongo nerviosa. Perdón. Well, Minerva is a little bit older than me, but already she has 2 kids and a husband. But already she has 2 kids and a husband. So this is weak, but already, yes. You understand why? Because this is not separated. It's not final position. It's not emphasized. It's not but, and then you stop, okay? So it's weak form, as most of the times you use weak forms, okay? And then, she has 2 kids. She has. Has here is weak or strong form?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes, has here. She has 2 kids. Is it weak or strong, and why?
Strong because it is the main verb.
That's perfect. Yes. Me gusta esta frase. Minerva cries because her luck is unlucky. Wow, qué frase, ¿no? Then, but when the kids are asleep, after she fed them their pancakes dinner, she writes poems on little pieces of paper. So, she's feed them. She's feed them. It's a them is weak with the schwa. It's not feed them, okay? Remember, the stress falls on the verb. After she's feed them, after she's fed them, yeah? So it's weak form, them. The pancake poems on little piece of paper. Of, is it weak or strong? Of paper.
Weak.
Yes, of paper, it's weak. It's just the schwa and the va, of paper. Next paragraph. She lets me read her poems. I let her read mine. She's always sad, like a house on fire. Always something wrong. She has many troubles. Has, strong form, main verb. But the big one is her husband who left her and keeps leaving. So, but, weak or strong? But.
Strong.
Do I say but? I say but with the schwa. Always when you use the schwa, it's weak. But, si fuera strong, sería but. And this is but. Yeah, it's weak. But, yeah, it's practically inaudible, the vowel sound. But the, ahí hay dos schwa, but and the. It's not that, they, but the, weak. But the, okay. One day she's through. Se pronuncia con U larga. She's through. And lets him know enough is enough. Out the door he goes. Clothes con E, clothes, records, shoes. Out of the window and the door locked. But that night he comes back and sends a big rock through the window. Then he's sorry, and she opens the door again, same story. Next week she comes over black and blue. Eso significa toda moreteada, ¿sí? And asks what she can do. Minerva, it's Minerva, con la schwa larga, Minerva. I don't know which way she'll go. There's nothing I can do. So, this do, del final, is weak or strong form? There's nothing I can do.
Strong form?
Strong. Why? Why is that so? Do.
Because it is in final position.
No, not because of this in this case. There's another reason. You can say there's nothing I can do about it, and still you say do about it. Why?
It's the main verb. I can
It
do.
means, as said, it's the main verb. It's not an auxiliary. Okay, that's why there's nothing I can do. And can, is it weak or strong? Listen, there's nothing I can do. I can do. There's nothing I can do.
Weak.
Weak, yes, it's not final position, it's just can do. Si fuera, yes, I can, there it could be strong, okay, but as it is, good. Yes. Who has just joined in? Somebody has just joined in. Who was it?
Profe, yo Eliana Sánchez Peralta.
Peralta.
Sánchez Peralta.
Okay. Sánchez Peralta. Anybody else who's just joined in? Only Eliana? No, I think
Disculpe
so.
que entré tarde, pero llegué tarde.
It's okay. It's okay. Well,
Hello.
hello.
My name
Hi.
is González.
González Marisa. Let me see. González.
Thank you.
Marisa, I don't have Marisa González. Tengo Marisa Flavia Elizabeth y Marisa Carla Abril.
Maybe Elizabeth. I am Marisa Elizabeth González.
¿Pero Flavia también?
No.
Raro. Bueno. This is the first time you're joining in, Marisa?
Yes, because I'm working, so I can't.
Yeah, but how are you going to manage without any class or anything? Very difficult. Are you reattending?
Yes, I am trying to do my best.
Are you reattending?
Pardon?
Are you reattending?
No.
It's the first time you're doing it. So it's the last class from the tramo. It's very difficult not to have had classes during the whole tramo. This is the last class, Marisa, you're joining in. Wow, it's difficult. So you work during the remember, in order to do the subjects, you need to have es decir, para estar cursando la materia tienen que tener el tiempo libre, porque si ustedes lo tienen haciendo otra materia o trabajando lo que sea, ustedes tienen que comprometerse con la materia y estar presentes. Un día, obviamente a todos les puede pasar algo, un día no pueden tener conexión, pero tienen que estar porque si no es una materia muy difícil, ya en condiciones normales. En estas condiciones un poco más, y si no vienen es como titánico, diría yo. Pero bueno.
Entiendo. Trataré de estar en las que pueda, aunque no sea...
Igual ya terminamos hoy la última clase, ya hasta, no sé, hasta fines de agosto no vamos a volver a tener clases, ¿sí? Pero bueno.
No, está bien, o sea, seguiré hasta donde pueda, aunque sea, me servirá de práctica.
Seguro, todo sirve. Okay, good. Well, good. So, let's see. Let's pass on to, the second, which was the name? Remind me. It was Alicia and I talking. Yes, Alicia and I talking. Let's see here. Fine. So, let's see. The second vignette. Well, I like Alicia, because once she gave me a little leather purse with the word Guadalajara stitched on it, which is home for Alicia. And one day she'll go back there. But today she's listening to my sadness because I don't have a house. You live right here, 4006 Mango, Alicia says, and points to the house I am ashamed of. No, this isn't my house, I say, and shake my head, as if shaking could undo the year I've lived there. I don't belong. I don't ever want to come from here. You have a home, Alicia, and one day you'll go there, to a town you remember. But me, I never had a house, not even a photograph, only one I dream of. No, Alicia says, like it or not, you are a mango street. And one day you'll come back too. Not me, not until somebody makes it better. Who is going to do it? The mayor? And the thought of the mayor coming to Mango Street makes me laugh out loud. Who is going to do it? Not the mayor. These vignettes are very nice, aren't they? I like them a lot. They are full of feeling and intention. Good. Well, so you see what I mean by this grasping the meaning, making pauses. You can see in my reading. I hope you can realize about that. Yes? Bien. So let's see. So you live right here, 4006 mango, Alicia says. Remember, the verb is say, the infinitive, but when you conjugate it, you say she says, no says, está mal, says, con la e nada más. She says, okay? I say, she says. And the past is said, yes? Says and said, not a, but e. And points to the house I am ashamed of. I am ashamed of. Se une, ashamed of. Remember, you have to think of linking. Remember what we talked about last class, that you're supposed to link. When a word finishes in a consonant and the other word starts with a vowel, you're supposed to link, okay? Ashamed of. So this of, is it weak or strong? It is good. Why is that so? Why this of here is strong and not weak, and it's not ev, but of? That's right, Christian, that's the reason. I am ashamed of. But if I say this of in the middle of a sentence, I would say, I'm ashamed of the house, ashamed of this house, but I am ashamed of, okay? That's right. What else? Okay, below it says, you have a home, Alicia, and one day you'll go there to your to the home, blah, blah, blah. You'll go there. So what about that there? Yes, is it weak or strong form? There.
It's strong.
Strong, air, with a diphthong, air. Why is that so? Why is it there? Air. And it's not the, yeah, just the, but there.
Because wants to signal contrast.
No, it's not contrasting here. No, this could be a reason, but not in this case.
Okay.
It could be, for example, Maria, when you say, well, the car is not here, it's there. Well, perhaps, so you would be contrasting here and there, but actually there's another reason. No, because when you use there as a demonstrative pronoun, es decir, cuando significa allá, always allá is used with the there, okay? Over there. No puedo decir over there, okay? Porque no es como there is. When you mean there is or there are, you can use the weak form. You generally use there is, just the. But when you mean as existence, cuando significa hay, existence, you say the, just the and the schwa, the. But when you mean allá, it's always there, okay? So let me write it for you to remind you the difference. Weak form, the. Strong form, there, okay? So this means allá, there. And if not, you just say does, hay un, does, blah, 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 okay? And also, mainly that. Good. What else? When it says, but me, I never had a house. With a had, you have also weak and strong form. In this case, it would be strong form, had, because it means tener, the main verb, okay? So it says, I never had a house, not even a photograph, only one I dream of. So again, this of is strong form because it's in final position, okay? Then it says, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? The questions in English, the WH questions, the intonation goes down. You don't say like in Spanish, ¿quién lo va a hacer? Y subimos, no. En castellano, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Sí? ¿Dónde vivís? Y subimos el tono. In English, the WH questions fall down. So you say, what's your name? No digo, what's your name? Eso suena re español, re Spanglish. What's your name? Where do you live? Who's going to do it? ¿Sí? Who's going to do it? The mayor. Yeah, the mayor sería el alcalde, mayor, yeah, the mayor. And I thought of the mayor coming to Mango Street, and the thought of the mayor coming to Mango Street makes me laugh out loud. Who is going to do it? Not the mayor, okay, so mayor. So the mayor coming to Mango Street. Remember here is te and not to, because the following word begins with a consonant, so to Mango Street. Makes me laugh out loud. The thought, okay, el pensamiento, the thought, con O larga, thought, okay, la uno se pronuncia, no es thought, es thought, the thought of the mayor, okay? Good. Good. Well, so this would be the first part. Any questions so far about this? No?
Yes, I have it up. Where are the vignettes?
Where are the?
Are the vignettes?
The vignettes, you mean?
Yes,
Well, the
the
vignettes, you use them for the introductory course. You were given them at the, didn't you sit for the introductory course, Susana?
No, because I can't find them.
Well, you should get them, you should ask one of your partners to pass them to you. Yes, they are not in, because this is something we gave it to you in February, March, yes, so you all should all have it. So please ask partners, do you have anybody's phone to contact? Susana?
Yes.
Okay, so please pass them around. Ahí dice, lo pasaron por WhatsApp al libro, uno de los chicos no vi.
Ok,
¿Sí?
paso mi número porque no soy
Bueno.
nueva en este aula.
Ah, bueno, espera, ¿hay un grupo de WhatsApp del grupo? Les pregunto a todos. Bien. Sí. ¿Quién es la administradora? ¿Está acá?
Lo armé yo, profe, pero
Mira,
tanto
¿quién sos?
como
A ver,
administradora.
¿Carla? Ah,
Sí.
Bien. Bueno, Carla, ¿podés anotar los números? Me haces el favor y las subís. Acá una de las chicas está subiendo un link. Agustina Manet Aneta,
Sí,
perdón.
porque lo puse para
Bueno,
todos.
y ahí
como
está el
que no
teléfono de
para mí.
Susana. ¿Lo puedes apuntar, Carla, el teléfono de Susana? Así después.
Dale.
¿Alguien más que no esté en el grupo, que necesite que lo unan o la unan? No. Bueno, buenísimo, Susana. Ahí vas a tener el material. Bien. Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, so let's pass on to, this is activity 1. So now we pass on to activity 2. Vamos a volver así. Can you see this? No, I'm not sharing, am I?
No.
Am I sharing the screen? No. A ver, let's go back from here. Am I now?
Yes.
Can you see this? Lovely, good. So, vamos uno por uno con las tips de la activity 2, so you can see what I mean. Oh, cerré la viñeta, no puedo creer, hasta que lo encuentro. Pero. Bien. Well, let me choose a word. Well, let's see, for example, so first you have to choose a word from the vignette, okay? So any word, do not choose a word which takes only at, for example, 2 syllables, 3 syllables will do, 2 syllables will do fine too. Okay, so choose, for example, the word photograph, okay, photograph. So first you have to present the phonemic transcription of the word. So, empiezo. Photograph. So this is the first thing. No sé si me ven. Can you see? Yo no los veo. A ver.
Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, lovely. So, photograph. Okay, so you have to always mark the word between these little bars, yeah, obliquous bars, yes, because it's phonetics and it's the transcription and not the real sound, always between bars. And then you're supposed to mark stress, yes, always before the stressed syllable. In this case, it would be before the fa, photograph. A ver qué dice. ¿Qué más dice? No veo nada como la grande. No me acuerdo cómo la grande. Bueno, no puedo. Lo voy a leer así chiquitito. ¿Cómo?
Leo a la segunda.
Ya pude, Yamila, mil gracias.
Okay.
Gracias, Choose a word and identify the vowel sound in it. Okay. Choose a word, eso ya está. Identify the vowel sound. Include the information that describes the position of the different organs of speech for the production of that sound and modulate. Okay, so suppose I choose the word okay, from photograph. Smiling, okay, so I have to model it like Melissa asked before, so the sound I choose is okay, so what about the parameters about well, as regards vertical and horizontal tongue position, is a front sound because it's here, yes, and it's open, okay? As regards the horizontal tongue position, open. As regards the horizontal tongue position, front. Then the lip position, spread. Okay, so you can find the spellings. Well, it's always A plus, well, in this case, it's easy because it's A. For example, as in cat, or sat, the past of sit. or mad. And then it says, find examples on the vignette with that sound, for example, and say them. Well, examples would be mango. Another one, let me see. Alicia, the A from Alicia. Sadness, the sadness. Okay. And I'm not, there is any other, I don't think there is any other A sound. So mention the A sounds in the vignette, some of them. Provide typical spellings. I've already told you in the case of A, it's easy because the only possible spelling is A. Give examples, more words that they are contained here. Pick other words of the same text, Okay, and something else you should do is to analyze this word. So how can you analyze it? Well, the word photograph has 3 syllables. The stress is at the beginning, so you say photograph. The first vowel sound is not a pure vowel, it's a diphthong, and it's eu, photograph. The second vowel sound is a schwa, so you use the schwa here because the word is not stressed. Remember, schwa is always placed on unstressed syllables. And then graph takes smiling A, and it's on the final position, yes, something of the kind, okay? So this is what you are supposed to say, okay? So let me use one more example from another word. A different one. Más vale cortita, pero bueno. Maybe coming. Yeah, coming. Okay, so the word coming has 2 syllables. The stress is on the first syllable. It's on ka. Yes. The first sound is the sound, which is the horizontal tongue position is this, the vertical tongue position is this, the lip position is this, the jaw position is this. Which are the typical spellings for Well, typical spellings are, for example, O, as in here, as in come, OU, as in cough, double O, as in blood or flood, okay, OE, as in does, okay. Well, now I'm going to find examples of on the vignette. So you can find examples such as, a ver si encuentro alguno, until, until, yes, that's an example. Is there any other? I don't think there is another sound, just until, and come, coming, come, until. These are the only ones as far as I can see. And somebody too. Some, okay, good. So the same you could do, for example, with laugh. Yes, so laugh, yes, reír, yeah, it's a 1-syllable word, stressed at the beginning, of course, and it's the sound, well, it's vertical tongue position open, horizontal tongue position back. What else? Typical spellings are A followed by a certain consonant. A plus L, less as in grass, okay? So these are examples. And then, well, you can find otra vez los arreglos. Una vez que cerrás la cosita, se te va todo. Bueno, typical examples are ta, okay? Remember to check how to pronounce the vowels, see? la A, E, I, O, U, que a veces dicen otras cosas, A, E, I, O, U, as simple as that. You sometimes get confused. And one thing are the letters, the vowel letters, and another totally different is the vowel sounds, okay? So, for example, A, such as in, yeah, como en, E, such as in, O, such as in, and then you provide example, okay? So these are the main things you have to bear in mind. I think that will be all I want to tell you. Would you like to ask me anything else? No? Well, then by the end of the year, probably in October, by the end of October, you'll have to do something similar with everything, with all the contents. That's why this is going to be the fifth final integration task that will take this plus all the other stuff, okay? That's why es como que uno concatena con el otro. Por eso, si ustedes, aunque no estén en condiciones, se sientan que no están en condiciones de hacerlo ahora, si están en condiciones de hacerlo en octubre, estaría también bien, ¿sí? ¿Ok?
Teacher, where will we upload the video?
I'm sorry, Melissa, where will you what?
Upload the video.
Oh, this is a big question, Melissa. It's a very important question. La pregunta del millón que yo también me hago. ¿Por qué? Porque yo no entiendo mucho el info. Es difícil. Si es complicado para los alumnos, imagínense para los profes. Yo estoy horas tratando de subirles el material, pierdo horas, y eso que es el segundo año que lo uso, pero me cuesta horrores. Estoy tan canchera con Classroom, y es tan fácil, y es tan difícil. Yo entiendo que es más académico y todo, que es más completo, pero a mí me vuelve loca. Así que es una pregunta técnica que yo también me hago, Melissa. ¿Cómo la vamos a solucionar? Bueno, en esta semana yo voy a... una de las profes es la webmaster, que es la que está encargada de todo, y en la que todas y todos los profes le preguntamos todas las dudas, pobre, nos ayuda con todo, que la tiene muy clara. Así que bueno, ella me dijo que vamos a abrir un espacio donde les vamos a informar cómo y dónde, que yo no tengo, a mí me preocupa porque yo no sé ni cómo hacerlo eso, pero bueno, ella me va a explicar y me va a enseñar a cómo hacerlo. Entonces se va a abrir un espacio, creo que hay un lugar que es de actividades, se va a abrir un espacio ahí donde ustedes suban el o los videos, ¿sí? Pero la verdad es que es un tema que me preocupa porque no sé cómo hacerlo. Así que bueno, en esta semana, ustedes háganlo, ustedes ya pónganse, háganlo porque después es subir nada más. Ustedes ya pónganse a hacerlo, ¿sí? Más hacia el fin de semana, espero que, bueno, que lo pueda solucionar, que vea cómo, yo les pongo cómo, y la fecha de entrega es el lunes que viene, ¿sí? Después, el feedback probablemente se los haga, no sé, durante vacaciones de invierno o después de las vacaciones de invierno, pero la fecha de entrega sería el lunes que viene, que es la última semana de clase, ¿sí?
Profe, yo tengo una pregunta.
Dime.
¿El video lo vamos a tener que grabar en una sola parte? ¿Cuántos minutos? ¿Se puede hacer dos partes? ¿O cómo nos
Eso
manejamos?
ya lo expliqué hace un rato, yo lo expliqué en ahí eso, ¿eh?
Ah, yo no estuve la
En
semana
detalle.
pasada, me parece. ¿O
No,
cuando lo explico?
hoy expliqué. En
Yo entré
detalle.
tarde, 10 minutos después, por eso.
Bueno, sí, chicos, pero bueno, si tengo que estar repitiendo todo, dije entre 8 y 10 minutos y no más porque se hace muy pesado, y a lo sumo lo pueden dividir en dos partes si les es muy pesado y hacer Activity 1 y Activity 2 separadas, ¿sí?
Ok,
Bien.
¿y el video se puede cortar? Digamos, o sea, si algo sale mal, lo volvemos a hacer y todo eso.
Acabo de decir, Nair. Sí, es lo que acabo de decir, que podés hacer Activity 1 y Activity 2, si son muy pesados, no más de 10 minutos, 8 minutos estaría más que bien, a veces lo pueden hacer en menos, no es necesario cubrir eso, pero no más de, como una locura, 10 minutos, si son 7, 8 está bien también. Mientras que ustedes cubran todo esto, y si lo hacen en 6 minutos también está bien, ¿sí? Porque yo entiendo y sé por experiencia cuando he subido videos que cuanto más largo es el video, más difícil es subirlo, más tarda, más difícil, es complicado. Entonces también lo que pueden hacer, Nair, lo que dije antes, es subirlo en 2 partes, subir la Activity 1 y la Activity las ponen juntas, pero separar las 2 activities para que no sea tan pesado. También
Ok,
pueden
y
hacer eso.
hasta el lunes tendríamos tiempo de subirlo o el lunes específicamente a cierta hora se tiene que subir.
¿El lunes específicamente cómo?
A cierta hora se tiene que subir.
No, durante todo el lunes, hasta el lunes a las 12 de la noche ustedes tienen tiempo. No hay una
Listo,
hora en
entonces.
especial, no hay una hora
Dale,
en
buenísimo,
especial.
profe, gracias.
Sí, de nada. Pero bueno, ya no lo van a, sí lo pueden hacer ya, si quieren, mañana lo pueden hacer, hoy, cuando quieran, pero subirlo, bueno, cuando yo pueda ver cómo y cómo se los voy a hacer saber, supongo que les mandaré en Lesson 8, no sé, o por ahí un mail donde les hago saber, o también en Lesson 8 les puedo, vieron que en Lesson 8, en cada lesson explica o da una explicación, ahí por ahí incluyo, bueno, pueden subir así o así, dentro del Lesson 8 subo algún pedacito, no la tengo muy clara, la verdad que me cuesta mucho
Profe,
info.
¿no le conviene crear un classroom?
Me
Todos subimos el video
encantaría,
ahí.
Sofía, para mí sería, no sabes me encantaría, pero
Porque de verdad
Una
todos subimos
consulta,
el
hay
video.
profesores que tienen Classroom. ¿Por qué usted elige?
Claro.
sí,
O
lo que pasa
como
es que
deciden que tenga que tener que ser.
lo que pasa es que la cátedra se maneja con todos los, por ejemplo, lengua y expresión oral de los 4 primeros, lengua, entonces es como que nos pusimos de acuerdo y bueno, la otra profe que justamente la otra profe es la que la tiene re clara, que es Paula Viera, que la tiene re clara, que es la webmaster de todo, sabe mucho de tecnología y ella es la webmaster. Entonces ella es la que más hace hincapié de usar Infod y la tiene muy clara. Para ella es bárbaro, pero a mí me complica mucho, la verdad. Me ayuda un montón ella, me explica, me ayuda a mí y a todos los demás, ¿no? Y todas las demás, pero bueno, nos tuvimos que poner de acuerdo y decidir por cátedra. Y bueno, entonces se decidió por Infod, pero para mí sería, hoy pensaba, ¿y si abro un classroom solo para los videos? Bueno, se supone
Ya
que...
por mail, profe. No sé si un mail o un drive en donde se pueda cargar.
igual ella me explicaba, que no tengo idea cómo, pero me estuvo explicando que también hay una función, que a mí me preocupa entenderla, pero que es maravillosa, que es que uno puede hacer el feedback dentro del Infod oral para esos videos, que en Classroom o en un video, por mail no existe esa, no sé cómo. Pero ella dice que, según ella, parece que la tiene clara, todo es muy sencillo, ¿no? Ella me dice, es una pavada, pero bueno, para mí no es tan pavada. Pero ella me dice, yo te voy a explicar y vos podés hacer la corrección oral, que está buenísimo hacerles la corrección oral, fíjate que pronunciaste esto bien, esto mal, fíjate tal, está genial que escribir Así que bueno, voy a tratar de aprenderlo. Por eso me gustó también la idea del Info. Si no puedo y se complica mucho, de última hago un Classroom para algunas cosas así de emergencia y les paso el código de Classroom, así medio off record, porque en realidad estamos usando Info, ¿sí? Pero bueno, si no puedo, yo lo pensaba, digo, bueno, de
Claro,
última
profe.
hablo un Classroom, qué sé yo, me preocupa, a mí es un tema que me
Pasa
preocupa.
que,
Tecnicismo. ¿A ustedes también les es difícil Info? Sí, ¿no?
sí, eso le iba a decir, que no solo a usted se le complica, a nosotros también, entonces es todo un
Sí.
lío. Y el
Sí,
Classroom, al menos solo para videos, sería mucho más fácil.
la verdad que sí. A mí me es muy frío, no sé cómo explicarles. Primero que tardo un montón, porque yo logro subir las cosas, estoy por ahí horas, tengo todo anotado. A la semana siguiente que quiero subir otra vez, me olvidé todo, porque son tantos pasos, no se imaginan los pasos que son y lo difícil que es. Pierdo cualquier cantidad de tiempo, me olvido de todo, vuelvo otra vez. Ay, no, para mí tengo que subir cosas al Info y para mí yo para los otros profesorados uso Classroom. Inclusive me es más fácil, me es más friendly, me es más rápido llegar al alumno, a la alumna, es como que es más taca. Bueno, gente, creo que eso sería todo, es la última clase. Nos estaríamos viendo entonces tenemos 2 semanas de vacaciones de invierno y después 2 o 3 semanas más, creo que 3 semanas de exámenes, así que nos estaríamos viendo dentro de como 6 semanas, ¿sí? Más o menos, dentro de casi 2 meses, mucho tiempo, ¿sí? Bien, que estén muy bien, cuídense mucho y estamos en contacto. Bye bye.
Igualmente,
See
profe.
you.
Gracias, profe.
Take care.
Bye.